Well, I finally did it. I went out and I got myself the actual Angles90 grips here. Hi, I'm Jonathan Pritchard with Theology, Geek. This video, I'm going to give my review of these. As longtime followers of the channel know, I am a big fan of these kinds of things. And in fact, I really love Angles90. I'm a big fan of their homemade weight net. I use it all the time. I'm a big fan of the sling trainers. I've ranted and raved about it on multiple occasions. It's one of, I think, the best suspension trainers out there on the market for the price. But I never bought the Angles90 grips, not because I had anything against them, but they were just too much money compared to the knockoffs. Now, admittedly, these are the originals. And I thought they were too much money, but they were on sale here recently for about $25, and so I just had to pick them up. I don't know why. I just is like, okay, I like the company. I want to support the company, and that is a few dollars more than what these knockoffs that I spent cost. So I just decided I will get it, and I am glad I did. I'm glad I got to support the company. I'm glad that I have these in my arsenal, and in fact, I picked up 2 of them because they're great. How do they stack up to other similar items like from Kinswee's Swissies or the Swivel, or you know, how do they stack up against the knockoffs? I'd tell you, but then I would lose out content for another video, so I'm going to save that for an entire video on that issue right there. But as for these are great. These they're very comfortable. They're well designed. They're actually better designed than some of the knockoffs, and there are some slight differences, which I'll get into in, again, that other video. But I really do like them. And these types of things, anyway, are quite handy for all sorts of functions. You can use them for barbells. You can use them for gym attachments. You can use them just to go on a bar, like a pull-up bar, to give yourself a more natural grip, range of motion. There's several different grip options that it comes with. I think there's like 6. You can flip it upside down, like put them in these little slots to do various to shorten the length and to give you more of a grasp like that, which is great when you're wanting to do dips. So they feel comfortable. They very ergonomic. I think that's the buzzword for these, and I agree that does fit, and I just really enjoy using it. Mostly I just use the standard grip like this, or how I had it a minute ago when I flipped them over and do dips on them with that when I'm using my sling trainer, because man, that sling trainer is just still handy. I know I rant and rave a lot about that $10 suspension trainer, as a suspension training device, as opposed to the sling trainer. But the sling trainer you can set it up to do pull-ups and dips, which you can't do with the cheap suspension trainer that I'm ranting and raving about, which is why the sling trainer is still better than that, because it can do everything that a suspension trainer can do, plus the sling trainer along with the grips can do pull-ups and dips, which are my first favorite and second favorite exercise. Go figure. So I'm really glad I got these. My sling trainer, now that I'm no longer using the imitator grips, it just feels more complete now. I guess, I don't know, it's weird. And there is something to be said for brand loyalty, but I'm so far quite glad that I spent that $25. I don't know that I would have spent that if they were more than that. But at that price, I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and pull the trigger. And like I said, I ended up getting 2 sets of these. And so, of course, the other grips, if you couldn't possibly care less about, the company or whatever, well, they'll be in my Patreon gear giveaways in the future. So, because I'm probably going to hang on to these. But the other ones, I liked them, I used them, and I'll do a whole comparison video before I get rid of them. Anyway, so you can use these for cable attachments. You can use these for, on the pull-ups and dips on the sling trainer. Just put it directly on the pull-up bar. You can use these for, I used it with a sandbag. I use it with my sandbag and using it with cable pulleys and just using this as directly on as the attachment for the cable pulley, as opposed to like using like a lat pull down bar. I did both. So you can do all sorts of things. They're just so useful. They're so compact. You can take them anywhere you want to go with them. You pair it with a sling trainer and some of the other Angles90 goodies, which, spoiler alert, I'll have reviews on their like hip bands and their little tube bands, which, as followers of the channel know, I'm not a fan of tube bands in general, but I'm going to review those things. I went ahead and picked up those stuff too, because like I said, they were all this Angles90 stuff was on sale here recently, so I said, I'll just get it and see how it stacks up. Review them in their own right, review them to comparable, compare them to comparable products and things like that. So, yeah, loving these grips so far. Glad I got them at the price that I got them. Wouldn't pay more for them than I did on that incredible sale price. I thought $25 was fair. But yeah, these things are fantastic. All kinds of things that you can use for. I'm not using them for anything that I wasn't already using the imitation ones for. But I won't tell you how that these are better. But I think they are. The only thing that these things aren't good for, and like my style of training, is with 41-inch loop bands. These are not good handles. They're just, because if you're just going to either, do the normal way of wrapping it around something and sliding it in itself, it's not good on the band, this material cutting into it. Or if you want to attach carabiners and use a carabiner to hook it into the 41-inch loop resistance bands, you got all of this and then the carabiner on top of it. They're not great for that. But if you don't even care about using these for 41-inch loop bands, which I don't care. Yeah, they're find all kinds of uses for them, except for resistance band, the 41-inch loop style handles. But they are so far really great for using as handles as on resistance tubes, even though I'm still a fan of the 41-inch loop bands more than I am resistance tubes. But anyway, those are my thoughts on the Angles90. If you can find them for $25 or less, or you see them on sale bundled with some other Angles90 products, it's worth it. Their normal price of, I think their normal price is $50 for a pair, so I got mine for like 50% off. You could just go with one of the less than $20 imitation ones that I've talked about. You've seen me use on the channel before. But if you can get it for the right price, I think that is the right price for these. Now, I don't know what their manufacturing costs are, but for what they do, they are the original. They are the best, but they are also pricey at regular price. But if you can find them on sale, yeah, pick these up over the people who ripped them off. That's my recommendation to you. They're great. So if you liked the video, click the like button. If you didn't like the video, click the dislike button. Don't really care either way. If you want to support what we're doing at Theology, Geek, Fitness, you can do that by first subscribing to the channel if you haven't, because most people who watch these videos are not subscribers. So please subscribe. And second, you can financially support us at patreon.com/theologygeekfitness. $1 gets you into the door, so you can watch all kinds of exercise videos, over 100 workout videos that you can follow along with. And if you're a $10 and above patron, you can get in on those quarterly gear giveaways that I just mentioned earlier in this video. So think about that. Links are in the description. I'd appreciate it, just like I appreciate you watching this video. We'll see you in the next one. God bless.